Go.
Breaking news! A new report from the Parliamentary Budget Officer confirms that the carbon tax is costing average families more than what they're getting back in rebates. Today's report from the Parliamentary Budget Officer drives a truck through Trudeau's favorite talking point on the carbon tax. Let me read you a quote directly from the PBO report. Quote, "The average household in each of the backstop provinces will see a net cost paying more in the federal fuel charge and GST, as well as receiving lower incomes compared to the Canada carbon rebate they receive." Okay, so what does that mean? The carbon tax is costing average families hundreds of dollars more than what they're getting back in rebates. That pokes a hole in Trudeau's favorite talking point. That, oh, don't worry, with the carbon tax and rebate, families will be better off. Nah. The PBO report shows that this year alone, the carbon tax will cost the average family up to $399 more than what they're getting back in rebates. And remember, Trudeau wants to crank up that carbon tax every single year, so expect your costs to go even higher. And you know what, folks? The federal government is also charging its GST on top of the carbon tax. And that carbon tax on tax alone will cost Canadians $400 million this year. And the government doesn't even pretend to send that tax on tax money back to you. So folks, a key takeaway is another report from the Parliamentary Budget Officer confirming what Canadians, what you already know, that the carbon tax is making life harder for average folks. In fact, the carbon tax will cost the average family up to $399 more than what they're getting back in rebates. Okay, so every time you hear Trudeau or one of his cabinet ministers say, oh, don't worry, you'll get more money back in rebates. No. The Parliamentary Budget Officer, the government's own independent budget watchdog, is showing that the carbon tax will cost average families hundreds of dollars more than what they're getting back in rebates. So here's the thing, folks. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau must take the PBO report as a wake-up call. He should admit that he was wrong, and he should scrap the carbon tax to make your life more affordable. And folks, if you're ready to join the taxpayer army and fight back against Trudeau's carbon tax scam, head over to taxpayer.com, sign the petition, scrap the carbon tax.